Alright, I'm going to tell you a couple more stories. I started a new sketch up on the wall, and that's the video that I put on before here and took a little break. I've done this a few times because I have late onset Tourette's. Anybody's kind of knows me, kind of knows what I go through. It's due to inflammation of the brain that due to an immune dysfunction. But this one happened in about 2000, right around 2000. And I was living in a trailer in Slaughters, Kentucky. And kind of like that, the other ones, I'm just kind of looking off at the doorway in bed, light coming down the hall. Somebody walks into the doorway, and it looks like my mom, but I didn't recognize her as what she did. She had cancer and passed away when I was a teenager. But here she looked like she was probably in her mid to late 20s, early 30 at the most. And I saw that, and I think while she was in the door I was probably okay with it, but she comes closer and gets right in my face, like right here. And yeah, that kind of got me a little bit. And I do that sleep paralysis grunt where you're all paralyzed, so you can't really make a sound, but you just do a huh kind of deal. And I do it loud enough to wake up my wife, and she can kind of poke me, and that just snaps me out of it. And then the next one was probably a few years after that. I was at a buddy of mine's house, best friend since junior high. And I was sitting in a chair, but I was kind of sleeping there because his dad was in for a visit, and he was on the couch in the living room. I was on the chair. They had a fireplace that wasn't a real one, but it looked nice. Had a little mantle and all, but it was electric up against the wall, and I was looking at that, and all of a sudden these orbs started just doing like a figure eight. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 of them that was just dancing around the fireplace, and it was the same thing. I tried to holler, and that got me out of it. And the next day his dad mentioned that he knew something was up, but when I kind of pulled myself out of it and got quiet and didn't say anything else, that was he thought everything was okay and just went back to sleep. And but I don't do that now. I've had them so often, and I'd mentioned in the one previous that I'll just close my eyes and go back to sleep and try to wake up naturally where I'm fully awake and not in that half wake, half sleep area where you'll slip into a paralysis. Now in that house, there has been some other things that can't be contributed to that. One was a shadow person, but maybe that's for another day, because that was interesting. And anyway, I'm going to let you go with those two for now. And I think at the start of the video that inflammation was a little bit high, so it was giving me problems, but I feel a little bit better right now at the moment. And that's all we've all been given, just moment at a time. So love for every moment that you can. Anyway, I'll talk at you later. Bye.